It ain't even tea time.
King. The only person who can ever beat the Gypsy King is me, Tyson Fury, and I would be that motherfucker's downfall. But the Gypsy King is indestructible, never ever had problems, never had mental health struggles, never had anything. Tyson Fury's a flawed character. Gypsy King. The only person who can ever beat the Gypsy King is me, Tyson Fury, and I would be that motherfucker's downfall. But the Gypsy King is indestructible, never ever had problems, never had mental health struggles, never had anything. Tyson Fury's a flawed character.
Skinny Hardaway, Southern T, and I'm back. And today, I'm gonna get right into it. I just sat there and I played you a 4-minute video of Tyson Fury telling us about his battle with mental health. He posted this on his Twitter page 3 days ago. He just posted this 3 days ago. I showed you a clip from 2 months ago where he was having an interview with Eddie Hearn where Tyson Fury said out his mouth that he never struggled with mental problems. He said he even went as far as to say, I never had a problem. You know what I mean? But now all of a sudden, you got mental health issues again when your fight is, 2 weeks away. But we finna go and get into it. So as you know, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury 3 got pushed back because Tyson Fury had quote-unquote COVID. I'm not one of the people who believe Tyson Fury has COVID, but, the story is that he caught COVID. And I find it funny how we caught a negative, how they showed us a negative test, but they never showed us a positive test. But that's besides the point. The point of this video is to break this notion that Tyson Fury has mental health. And although I already did that within the first 30 seconds of this video by playing you, the clip of Tyson Fury saying that he never had mental health, I'm going to continue to break this down to explain how Tyson Fury is going to use this mental health excuse to get out of this third fight with Deontay Wilder. Now let's start at the beginning. We all understand now and know at this point that Tyson Fury never wanted this fight. One, Tyson Fury said out his mouth multiple times, I'm never fighting Deontay Wilder again. You'll never see me fight him again. Two, he let Deontay Wilder take him, he made Deontay Wilder take him to arbitration mediation to get this third fight that was supposed to be this week, July 24th, that had to be pushed back because Fury, quote unquote, had COVID. And I'm seeing a pattern here. This is the same thing that happened when Tyson Fury was supposed to rematch Fury-Klitschko. He pulled out. He pushed the fight back once with a camp injury. And then, as you all ever know, we just ended up never getting that fight. Tyson Fury ended up going away for 2 years for quote-unquote mental health. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that was the story that they told us on why Tyson Fury went away. And I don't got no notes for this. I'm doing all this shit at the top of my head, and it's starting to come back to me, as I speak this to y'all. But yeah, this man full of shit, and this man always been full of shit. So back to what I was saying. This was the first. This is just like the Klitschko situation. First he had a camp injury, and then the fight just never happened. I think we're teetering on, he just had COVID, and I think we're teetering on the fact that this fight might not be happening, given Tyson Fury history and given, the character of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury even told you in that video too that he's a flawed man. You know what I mean? He said that out of his mouth in that video clip. So I think it's about time that we start listening to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury told us long ago he's not fighting Wilder again. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury just told you that he don't got mental health. But 3 days ago, he posted mental health videos. I think he was about to use this same mental health excuse that he used with Fury-Klitschko. And the truth behind that is Tyson Fury never even had mental health to begin with. Tyson Fury had to take the 2-year layoff because Tyson Fury got caught with PEDs in his system after that fight with Klitschko. That's the part that they never tell us. You know what I mean? That's why he took those 2 years off. People say that, it's for coke, and it might have been for coke. It was for a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? It's for a lot of stuff. But he just told you out his mouth that he don't have mental illness. So that's just, that's just what he say. And it's crazy how the mainstream media and old media, give him passes for this. And we can see, plain as day in our face that Tyson Fury is a flawed character, as he would say. You know what I mean? He said he had COVID, and then we seen him out the next day at the car dealership buying cars. We seen him at the casino hugging people, giving high fives. That's not how a person with COVID, should be. That's not what a person with COVID would be out doing. You can't do that by restriction, by law. Tyson Fury, true enough, supposed to be in the house quarantining, not at the casino gambling and taking pictures. You know what I mean? So that man never had COVID. We all know that man never had COVID. I told you that on one of my Southern Teas a few days ago. That man never had COVID. We know that. So Tyson Fury has showed us on multiple occasions that he is flawed of character. You know what I mean? So what makes us believe if he'll run out on the Klitschko fight that he won't run out on the Deontay Wilder fight when he already made Deontay Wilder take him to court to even get this fight? Tyson Fury never wanted to step in the ring to do this fight anyway. Tyson Fury never wanted to step in the ring for the second fight. If y'all remember correctly, Deontay Wilder had to hunt him down for about 3 months to get him to agree to the second fight. But Wilder got smart this time. When he made him agree to the second fight, he pinned in a third fight for Tyson Fury, a rematch clause for Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury tried to get out the rematch clause, you know what I mean? So Tyson Fury has showed us on multiple occasions that he really does not want to fight Deontay Wilder. He said on multiple occasions, if you've been paying attention to this situation as close as I have, that he doesn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. He will never fight him again. These are Tyson Fury's words out his mouth. So I think it's time that we start listening to Tyson Fury when he say that he never had mental illness. You know what I mean? I just think it's convenient now that he, struggling with mental illness again, that he's so close to his fight with Deontay Wilder. You know what? I'd probably be struggling with mental illness too if I had to fight Deontay Wilder. I'd probably be struggling with mental illness too, because that man don't want to get back in that ring no more, y'all. I'm telling you. I see the pain on the wall. A lot of people want to be blind to the fact, but I see the pain on the wall. Tyson Fury don't want to step in that ring again, and Tyson Fury probably is not going to step in that ring again. I feel like history is repeating itself. I feel like we've seen this once already with Fury-Klitschko, and I think Tyson Fury is exactly who he said he is. I think he showed us exactly who he is. He's a flawed character, and I think he's one step away from stepping out the door on this third fight with Deontay Wilder. And now he haven't officially pulled out of anything. That's just me knowing who I'm dealing with. And he haven't officially pulled out of anything. That's just me knowing who I'm dealing with and seeing his actions and what's transpiring right in front of my face. It's just like the Klitschko situation. At first, he pulled out with a camp injury. That time it was an ankle. This time it's COVID. And then we just never got the fight. Tyson Fury went on a plane back to the UK where he's comfortable at with his family. You know what I mean? I don't think Tyson Fury is planning on fighting. And then 3 days ago, y'all notice the difference. Let's go and talk about it. Did y'all notice how confident he was going to the second fight? All that shit he was talking and all that. He hasn't been doing none of that for this third fight. You wonder why? You know why? Because he don't have that same confidence like he had in that second fight. Because this is not the second fight. Y'all notice how he always have mental health when he about to fight Wilder. Anytime Wilder ain't around, that nigga be happy as a motherfucker, enjoying his little life. First time you mention Wilder, he got to get in the ring. Now all of a sudden, his mental health battle back. Wilder is the mental health. That's who we scared of. He have mental health. Every time he see Wilder, he get mental. He get mentally unstable because he know he got to get back in the ring with that man. Like that's really why I'm thinking he pushing the fight back. And it was rumors that he was getting beat up in sparring camp. He just wasn't ready. I feel like he just trying to avoid the inevitable, and he already done it once with Fury-Klitschko. he was hesitant after the first fight to take the second fight. He made Wilder, chase him down for like 3 or 4 months, to try to even get the second fight. And he after he fought the second fight, he's trying now to get out the third fight. He made Wilder take him to mediation arbitration. Fury has yet to have a title defense. Fury has been boxing over a decade, and he has yet to defend a title. For as great as they want to tell you that Tyson Fury is, why has this man yet to defend his title? Tyson Fury is the current champion. I don't know. I don't know. Definitely, Tyson Fury is not going to fight this fight. But if I'm just looking at Tyson Fury's track record and I'm looking at history, I feel like that we're watching history repeat itself. And I don't feel like he gonna step in that ring for this third fight. And if he do, he'll surprise me. But that's all I got. Skinny Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But it's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out.